You're listening to a Loot Dummies podcast, lootdummies.com. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, a weekly podcast following a group of friends as they battle across a homebrewed world called Antiriath in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Step into the mystical world of Antiriath and follow as our party adventures across the lands. Solid Grug, half-orc fighter-sorcerer from the wretched valleys of Mekzim, played by Taylor. A Learlock Bloodhair, Harengon cleric whose fate seems determined by luck itself, played by Joey. Pomerel the Gatekeeper, Summer Eladrin paladin from the Feywild city of Solaria, played by Seth. And Body Not Greenleaf, the halfling rogue with a penchant for taking things that don't belong to him, played by Josh. And last but not least, the creator of our beautiful world, the man of many voices, and our dungeon master, Sam. And welcome back, everyone, to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, the podcast.
I love when everybody's abilities just like all use the same dice. You know what I mean?
Nope.
So like I roll physical dice, so like when the Crowmaster's ability and the zombies all roll d6s, right? Like I don't have to have like a bunch of weird dice out.
Right.
Oh, yes.
It was a little weird when I got in and all three of y'all were muted, so I just made my own song out of it. But then Taylor joined, so I still haven't heard of Joey though.
Yeah, Joey said
he's
something.
Unmuted now.
Yeah, you just ignored me. It's okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
he did.
wow. Well, fuck me, I
So
guess.
rude.
Yep. Fuck you.
We discussed the snow.
Oh, already discussed it?
How much do you have out at your place?
He was taking a poll.
Oh, I'd say about 6 inches, five or 6 inches.
Oh, Joey?
5 or 6, yeah.
Dang. That's awesome. It said it
And
this
it's still
way.
coming down. I can hear it.
You can hear the snow?
Is it like sleety?
It's like 100% until 7 a.m.
It's slowed
What?
way down where I'm at. Yeah. It's supposed to snow all night.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's coming here
Snow
tomorrow.
it in.
Have y'all ever seen that game? It's like a browser game where you just combine things, and you start with earth, wind, water, and fire, and then like you combine like earth and fire, and it'll make like I don't know.
Oh, this is sounding familiar. Is
Something
this
like
old?
I think it's been around forever, but like yeah, you can literally
Shields
get to
would
like
know.
vampires, and then like you know.
Yeah.
just
What is
random
that?
Alchemy.
crap.
Alchemy.
I have it on my phone right now.
I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
It's this weird, like, game, in quotes, where you just do what he said. It's like little boxes of these elements.
Yeah, it's
and you
super
combine
generic,
them.
and it has like a little emoji next to it. It's called Little Alchemy on the browser, and you just like drag them out and put them on each other, and you get lava. And then each one you get, you can just keep combining them, and you can literally get like I don't know, nuclear weapons just by combining two things over and over again.
So tell me about these kinky kinku children that we're fighting.
I think you first need to tell us about.
Well, I was gonna say, do we want to do a recap? But because we kind of left it on a cliffy.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Yeah, we need a recap.
Sounds like you're struggling to get up a hill.
You're like an old Buick cranking.
Struggling to get a glizzy in his throat.
Oh my god.
Fucking, that was the
All right.
9000.
Lay the glizzy on
Oh,
us.
God.
Give us the Gluck.
Oh my god, it's so many pages.
Well, now I can't play D&D because I'm playing Little Alchemy.
You can play both, I'm sure. Little Alchemy shouldn't take that much brain power.
Can I have my light on? I might need to get my glasses. What's happening to me?
You're getting
God,
old. It's
we're
happening.
getting so old. I'm so sad.
Yeah, that's one of the oldest things. That made me feel really old to hear my brother be like, "I need to get my glasses."
I think the most recent episode, he says, "Sorry, I'm ready for the recap. I've been blowing my nose and clearing my throat and
Yeah,
getting my glasses."
Total old man move.
Right.
Like,
That's right. I am completely embracing it. I don't care. I just want my cane.
I watched a guy hand make a shillelagh the other day on YouTube. Watched a 15-minute video.
God bless. 5th of Frost, 11 a.m. We are still at the edge of this 50-mile-wide body of brackish water trying to determine how to cross per the Longsword of Pallid Light's instructions. Just so everybody knows, Longsword of Pallid Light is abbreviated in my notes as LSPL.
Finally,
LSPL.
LSPL.
Pomerol tries to wade out in it, but the party is trying to find a better way. Pomerol sees some boards that they believe was probably used for a dock at one point. We decided to head east by southeast, moving into the 6th day of frost. It's 35 degrees, with a greenish fog, cold wind, and a drizzle. We see some eyes in the fog as Sunbeam kicks some of the old foundations, and a vicious bird screech. I don't even know what we were doing, moving around through this swamp for some absurd
we're
reason.
following the shoreline.
Pomerol casts daylight, and we encounter two undead.
One creature.
One undead, two-headed owlbear. Body
One-eyed,
knock
purple-headed, flying purple people
absolutely
eater.
blasts it as it goes for the sun elf. Learlock and Body Knock slip out of danger. Pomerol and Sunbeam unleash some heavy damage with a nat 20, at which point the beast attempts to hit Pomerol but can't. Body Knock gets some heavy shots in, and a Learlock follows up with another nat 20 with Spiritual Weapon. At that point, Talik starts wailing on the undead two-headed owlbear and slays it dead.
I forgot how that thing went down so fast.
We killed it so
the nat
fast.
20s, y'all annihilated it, and I was like, man, it was kind of scary. Nat 20 smite. He did like 80 damage in one hit.
Mm-hmm.
It was
You're
insane.
like, well,
it's like, well,
my
this won't be
monster got whomped.
too much of a fight. Yeah.
Talik tries to investigate the owlbear, but rolls a 0 on his investigation. At which point, the party decides to let a Learlock cast Walk on Water
So cool.
so that the party can
That's so
traverse across the water. At this point, we found a narrow channel that's only 10 miles wide. So we take a long rest, and we start out on the 7th day of frost with a calm 55-degree day around 6 a.m. So Learlock casts the water walk, and we begin a slow march across the long still water with the Learlock recasting water walk approximately every 50 minutes. In the distance, we see a shoreline, but we hear some ravens squawking, which turns into a flock swarming at us as bubbles begin bubbling beneath the party. We roll for initiative, and the party is under attack from zombie things. We decide to run for it. Body Knock appears to get loosed, and the rest of the party follows behind. But the crows keep pace with us as more zombies continue to bubble up from beneath us in the water. Some bizarre-ass Crowmaster motherfucker appears and makes the ravens do a swarm attack. Talik, Learlock, Revenge, Sunbeam, and Pomerol get attacked by this, but a Learlock fails it. Everybody takes some poison and slashing damage. So they do poison and slashing, that's why that's in my notes. A Learlock casts a fat, P-H-A-T, fat turn undead that destroys 5 of the zombies instantly. At which point we continue to parry and run, but more zombies spawn and the crows continue to swarm at the behest of the Crowmaster. To start the session, we needed a Constitution save from the previous swarm for a Learlock, Talik, Revenge, Pomerol, and Sunbeam.
Beautiful.
Exactly. We left it on a cliffy.
Best in the biz.
Give him a medal.
Is a medal shaped like an inspiration
No.
sparkle?
We've done that before. We've done that. yeah, so the Crowmaster swirls his staff in the air again, and a tornado swirling sphere of crows and poison mist and miasma
Oh, what?
ensconces you.
Ensconces.
And yeah, you all need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
12, 19.
A 19 is a pass.
If it wasn't, I was going to be really afraid.
Why did I roll these physically? I'm just making my life harder than it needs to be.
I rolled a 7.
You are not in it, Josh. You are safe. You actually don't have
okay.
to roll.
Pardon me.
Good.
Sunbeam rolled a 10,
Oh, I got to roll for revenge.
That's a fail.
Oopsie.
and Pomerels rolled a 17. No, a 12.
Oh, revenge got a 19.
Okay, revenge is a second. And then what was Joey's?
5 is a fail.
Oh,
5 is definitely wow. You wouldn't have even been saved by the aura on that one. Okay, so everyone that fails is going to take 22 points of piercing damage and 22 points of poison damage. If you have any way to mitigate either one of those, that's the only reason the difference would be relevant. 44 points of damage total, and everyone who succeeded will take half of that, so 11 of each for a total of 22.
God.
So that's 44 damage points total.
44 total, unless you have a mitigation.
Can I use my inspiration to try that again?
You may.
Please, for the love of God. 5 again.
No, you didn't.
Shit.
That's a sad day. That's a sad inspiration too. We had some really awesome inspiration uses last time.
Wow.
Brother.
You're up with it.
Fuck you.
That came off totally crueler than I intended. Oh man. Okay, and so the crow had already moved. I remember he had to move to get in range to hit you guys cleanly with that, and he wanted to get away from the spiritual weapon. So that is the Crowmaster, rather. So that is the end of his turn, which will bring us back up to the top of initiative to Body Knock Greenleaf.
Okay. I guess I just keep going. Going.
Okay.
My gosh. Who is this person that's speaking to us on Body Not Greenleaf's Discord?
I know, it sounds so good.
Angelic.
What's my movement again? 80?
Yes, with his sprint, it'd be 80.
That's good. Just kind of.
Just this way,
Yeah.
just out here
Yeah.
on the outside.
I don't like those
Okay.
other dudes hanging about.
You don't want to run in the center of the zombie horde.
I see some land ho.
Yeah, you're close. You're maybe one movement away. 2 movements, maybe. I love how, like, mechanically, y'all can walk on the water just fine, but it's still, like, unnerving.
Oh, yeah. Like, you mean, like, in our character's perspective?
Even as tailors, y'all are like, I want to get, or as tailors, as players, y'all are like, I want to get off this water.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that'll do it for me. I don't really want to antagonize these weird things right now.
Okay, you just moving.
Yeah, I'm just moving.
All right, Alirlock, it is your turn as you are on the back of a now quite upset Revenge. He's just bleeding mud. Just mud is just pouring down all sides of him.
So on Talik's success, did he take half damage or no damage?
Half damage.
I'm going to cast a spell that's called Mass Cure Wounds.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right. Do you get to select your targets?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Because I can never remember
You
if
keep wanting me to
undead
do
can
that.
heal.
You keep wanting me to
Well,
accidentally
also I
heal
can
some
never
people.
remember if.
I can choose up to 6
Oh,
creatures
man.
within a 30-foot radius sphere
Choose.
centered on that point.
Beautiful. Y'all actually have more than 6 creatures counting the mounts.
But I'm going to center it on myself and get 2 mounts and 3 characters. Revenge, Sunbeam, Pomerel, Talik, and myself receive 27 healing.
Let's go.
Very good.
Wow.
Very good.
Talik was doing okay, but Revenge was in the single digits.
Sunbeam was struggling as well. But Sunbeam's immortal, so
Yeah, Sunbeam just comes back with a little time.
27, right?
27.
Thank you, good sir.
I want to cast Spiritual Weapon on top of the Crowmaster as my bonus action, and I want to smack him.
Okay.
And that is going to be at 4th level.
Oh, all right.
So that gets an extra oomph to it at 4th level. Another D8. So let's see if it hits. Ooh, 21.
That'll definitely hit.
All right, Teardrop Sword apparates behind him and just smacks him for.
Just shing right into his back.
That's unfortunate. 6 damage.
Well, you know, he's very bony. It just doesn't
quite
pierce
get all
too deep.
the bits.
Just kind of glides across his back, and since he's a undead, feelingless creature, not too concerned about it.
And that is my turn.
All right, Mr. Grug, it is now your turn.
Far am I from the Crowmaster? 47 feet from the Crowmaster.
As the crow flies, if you will.
47 feet as the Crowmaster flies. I'm gonna cast a motherfucking fireball
All right.
at 3rd level. I want to put it on the Crowmaster and hit as many zombies. And what about height-wise? Would it hit any crows?
Let's see. It's 20 feet radius, right?
Yeah.
So something like that. No, the lowest crow looks like about 25 feet up. So
Okay, so I'll hit 2 zombies.
yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it right there. Hit those 2 zombies
All
in the
right, 2 zombies on the
Crowmaster.
Crowmaster.
All right, they need to make me a Dex 15 saving throw.
Both of those zombies are a little bit hurt. All right, zombies first. Ooh, Dex.
Yep.
One of them rolled a 15, but he's got a negative Dex, and then the other one rolled low. So, all right, both fails on both zombies.
Okay, I'm gonna put the Crowmaster.
And then the Crowmaster. Oh wow, this is also really close. Wow, 14 with no bonus.
Nice.
It's also a fail.
They take 26 fire damage.
Ooh, okay. The zombies. These 2 zombies die. And then the Crowmaster will not die. But yeah, that was a good hit.
Okay, and then I will ride towards the shore as fast as I can with the Learlock on my back.
All right.
So 130. Is that right?
We were saying that you weren't within range of his other aura, so I don't know that you'd be in range of that.
120 then.
But 120 feet, you can get. I mean, you're over the shoreline that I've, as far out as I built the shoreline.
Yeah, we're close.
You're very close to actual solid ground.
Then I'll end my turn there.
All right, that brings us around to Paul Morrell.
So Pomerel is gonna look over his shoulder and be like, "My word, I do believe that skeleton's controlling these crows." He's gonna throw a guiding bolt over his shoulder at the Crowmaster.
Does he do like finger guns?
That's what I pictured.
Right, like leaning over his shoulder. Pew pew.
No, he just kind of flips him off and flicks it off the end of his middle finger.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Oh, not 20.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Only cast it at level 1, but
I mean, it's still decent. Isn't it like 3 dice?
8d6.
Ooh, 4 dice. Yeah, this is gonna be.
Oh, lots of bad rolls. 31 radiant damage.
I mean, that's pretty
How
good.
would you like to do this?
I was gonna say that seems good.
He just glances over his shoulder. He's like, "This stupid fucking skeleton man's trying to kill us with birds." and he raises his left hand up and he just flicks his middle finger up, and a guiding bolt just zips off the end of his middle fingernail and just drills the Crowmaster straight in the forehead.
Beautiful.
And it just like blasts a little like light line through his forehead, and he just falls back, and he like belly flops back, like back splats, and splash, this like flat splash as he just floats on top of the water for a second, and then he just sinks down into the water.
Pomeroy's like, much better.
And then he sinks down into the water, and the light just, I mean, he only gets a couple feet down, and the guiding light energy coming off of him fades away. Or gets swallowed up, rather. Okay.
And then Pomeroy runs this way.
Okay. Almost gets to the shore. It is the zombies' turn next. Well, I was going to say they can't catch up to you guys, but literally one zombie can reach Body Knock, and because I'm a completion person, I'm going to roll his attack against you. It is a 13 to hit. I don't even know if that's going to hit. Okay. The rest of the zombies cannot reach anybody. As soon as he dies, the crows just scatter. They start squawking like crazy and scatter to the four winds. So actually, we are out of initiative. You guys can outrun these zombies. Body Knock, you might take an AOO as you run off, but
Okay.
y'all can outrun these guys.
Let's go.
Wow.
So yeah. Whew. That was fun. Fun way to jump back into it.
I don't know why, but I was like, this may turn into a flustercluck the moment we start this session.
Same.
Yeah, I was curious if y'all would keep pumping damage on him, because I was like, they might just keep running away from him, and he could continue to harry them. But y'all decided to clean him up with a few spells, so.
Hey, yeah, big old fireball. Boom, doo 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 doo.
Okay.
Fireball.
So yeah, so y'all have made it across the water into a new land, essentially. I mean, this is, y'all have been going through the Rotwood, and like we've been having Rotwood encounters, but like now that you're across this essentially gulf, or sound is what it is, y'all are fully within the Rotwood proper at this point. It, you know, it was once a great nation. It was its own place. Some nightmare befell it that was before history, or history has forgotten it. So yeah, now y'all have to figure out how to navigate this place.
Gentlemen, where are we?
I guess we're here. This is it, Ramsverdi. Right? And I asked the sword.
Yes. This is right. This is the place. We're almost there now. We continue where we've been going. To the northeast.
All right, you heard him.
This seems destined for nothing bad to happen at all. This is horrible.
Oh, it's wet. It's real wet.
Hate to hear that.
It's sloppy.
Gross.
You know, like Sloppy Joe's? That's what the ground feels like.
Like walking in Sloppy Joe's.
Mm-hmm.
This place is absolute hellscape. Pomeroy's just sitting on Sunbeam, talking to him telepathically, waiting for this creepy ass sword to take him where they're going.
That was a good shot back there, Pomerel.
How many times have I told you to not speak like that?
Sorry, Pomerel. I can't help it. I
Oh,
just
yeah?
feel so joyous all the time.
What possesses you to speak with that voice? You when we were younger, you didn't.
I'm a
speak that way.
This
Hey,
is Seth
horse.
speaking to Sunbeam.
When you were younger, you didn't speak that way.
There's something about being in the material plane has just altered the way I speak. What can I say?
It's been about 10 years since I've summoned the elk. Maybe he would be better off in this plane.
Oh, Pomerel, don't even jest.
What do you make of this fucked up sword that's leading this orc around by the nose?
It's certainly unpleasant, isn't it? A right
Indeed.
git, if you ask me.
Where did you learn this word?
Oh, I heard Body Knock saying it.
Body knock is a bad influence on you, Sunbeam.
What?
No, he was teaching me how to play cards.
What? I'm done talking to you.
Apparently, you've been teaching the horse how to play cards.
I'm a man of many talents, I guess.
The horse can talk. It actually can talk out loud.
BoJack Horseman, what the fuck?
It's a magical horse.
All this is happening while we're slopping through the mud.
Oh, I'm slopping it.
Oh,
Now, here's my
Sloppy,
question,
sloppy.
Mr. Alir. Are you going to make everybody stop every 50 minutes so that you can reapply water walk through a ritual for the next however many days you're in the Rotwood? Or are y'all going to just embrace the slop?
The question is, does it become difficult terrain if I don't?
I hadn't even thought about removing the difficult terrain due to it, because y'all were walking across water, so there were no trees or valleys or hills or anything you had to deal with. Most of the reason that I was thinking that this area would be difficult terrain isn't the foliage as much as all the little wet, low areas that you're like, can we even go through that? Do we need to walk around it? Stuff like that would be slowing you down. Interesting. But can you just cast rituals all day without getting exhausted? That's the question. But I guess you can. I'll tell you what, I think it's cool. Yeah, you can cast Water Walk to remove the difficult terrain in this area. I'll allow it.
Yes, then I will continue to make everyone stop for 10 minutes. Every 50
Okay.
minutes.
I mean, let's be honest. If you didn't stop to cast the ritual, you'll probably still need to stop just because the horses and poor Poochie would be so worn out from the extra effort of slogging all this mud. I mean, not revenge. He doesn't care.
The benefit is that it wouldn't be a hindrance during combat if I continued to cast it as a ritual.
Right. So the only thing that I could imagine that would be a suitable negative to casting it is potentially becoming exhausted from doing it all and getting a point of exhaustion. And so it's what I'm trying to think through right now is what's a mechanic where we could roll for that. Like, should you do a con save once a day if you choose to do that? And if you fail it, then you suffer a point of exhaustion, is kind of what I'm thinking. So if you want to cast the rituals all day, then at the end of the day or the next morning when you wake up or whatever, you have to make a constitution save. And if you fail, then you suffer a point of exhaustion from the exertion of casting spells. Even though they're ritual spells, it's still effort to do that. It's just something to balance it and have a choice there. But I don't know. I could take it either way. I think it's because here's the thing. Sometimes you just have a character with the ability for the scenario you're in, and it just makes it easier than if you didn't have that character. So I think I'm okay just having it work and having it remove the difficult terrain. I think it's kind of neat.
Obviously would prefer that option, but I will leave it up to you.
No. I mean, I am looking for y'all's.
I mean, if the
I am
difficult
looking for
terrain is
y'all's
supposed to
feedback on
be
what
the
you guys
ground,
think.
and the water walk removes that as a.
Yeah, I'm definitely saying that the water walk removed the difficult terrain. It's just a question of should there be any challenge to casting ritual spells all day? And I don't think there is. It's 10 minutes. It's not. Nothing about ritual spells says that they're strenuous. The whole point is that they're not strenuous.
That makes sense to me.
So
He just does it.
Hope I don't jinx myself here, but if we were stopping to cast that for 10 minutes and somehow combat starts and I'm at 2 minutes left, or even a minute left, or 30 seconds left, or whatever, then I'm well, I got to make a choice. But
right. Well, I'll probably do the same thing that I did before, which is if an encounter happens, have you roll a d6, and if it's a 6, then we're in those last 10 minutes, and then we'll roll a d10 to see what minute we're on.
I don't know what
to
do the ritual, but unless you're carving a streak of blood in your hand for every ritual, I don't think it should have that much of an impact. And if we get jumped while you're doing the ritual, then we fight in the mud.
Right, yeah, worst case scenario, you fight in the mud. Okay, Cool. Well, I am cool with that then. So that'll speed this up a lot going through these hexes because y'all will be able to do 2 a day again.
Okay.
As we're moving through the Rotwood. Speaking of, y'all did walk through that all day. So once you guys kind of get to where you feel as safe as you can in this hellish nightmare landscape, the day is going to be
All right.
ending.
Let's do that.
All right. It's time. Weather time. Weather time. What, weather time. Another delightful day in the Rotwood. Like y'all had to crossing the water. It wasn't rainy or it was just a little windy. And again, today you wake up and it is rather still, but it's not real cold. It's 45 degrees. So not a bad day, all things considered, in your wet mess of a world. And also, do you guys want to do anything in the evening before? I kind of jumped straight to weather the next day.
Either.
Well, y'all can slap the long rest button like it was a base and give me your survival or perception rolls. Oh, Seth, is Pomerel making food?
He did.
Okay.
I rolled a 25 on my perception.
Very nice. Very nice.
Ooh, it's magic. You know.
Perception 19.
I rolled 10.
I rolled a 2. What's that find?
Wow.
Okay, so you guys are walking along. Body knock, you notice some very strange, giant, fat worms wriggling across and in and out of some soil that you're walking by. I'm talking like 2.5, 3-inch diameter and like several feet long. You can't get a good look on how girthy. I mean,
triple speed
thick boys. And they just kind of seem to be crawling around, and there's a glimmer of their wormy mucus all over this soil and all over them.
We got some ground sausages around here.
Yeah, slurp them up. Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh no!
How big are these girthy worms? Are they like?
They're like 3-inch diameter and several feat long. You can't get a good check on their
throat goat.
You'd have to be an absolute goat.
You'd have to be a glizzy gladiator.
You'd have to literally probably be a goat.
Well, I don't see him. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, no. The only one who spots them, this odd undulating glisten, is Body Knock.
Look, I know how to look for sausage-shaped things. I'm sorry.
Are you gonna? What do you do with them?
I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna leave that shit alone.
I don't think anybody would blame you for that.
And he doesn't even mention it.
He's like, well, that happened. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, you guys keep going on a little bit further, and nothing else of note that day. It's really like a weirdly still and quiet day, and it's just kind of awkwardly quiet all day.
A little quiet around here, Learlock.
After you guys break for lunch, y'all can all make another check if you would like for the afternoon hex that you're journeying into.
Okay, I'll do a perception again. Nat 20 becomes 19.
I'm actually not sure that gets you top narcs.
Fucking rocks. Roll an 8 that time.
I thought you actually got another awesome one.
No.
23 survival.
23 survival. Seth, did you roll another one for the next hex?
12.
Okay, y'all aren't rolling great. Except for
Thanks.
Alirla. Y'all are taking my statements as way harsher than they should be tonight. Actually, a 12 isn't terrible. Yeah, so as you guys are walking along, Talik and Pomerel catch something out of your corner of your eye. It's a blue, shadowy figure, incorporeal thing, just kind of phases between two trees. a Learlock, with your really high survival check, you do find enough food and water for 3 persons for the day, which I'm not even sure how you found that. Maybe you found the glizzy worms this time and are like, oh, we can eat these.
That's uncomfortable. But yeah,
You guys see this pass in front of you, and then you're not really sure. You're kind of looking around, trying to figure out what it was you just saw. And then all of you guys see in front of you a man standing in front of you with a lance and a shield. And he lowers the lance down a little bit, but the man is not fully corporeal. He is a incorporeal being. He's just like a blue hologram of a person, just kind of fading in and out. And he says, "Halt, travelers," in a accent, a tone that you've never really heard before.
Find out what happens to our party next week. Check us out at dndndummies.com. And please leave us a rating and a review on your podcast app. It would mean the world to us.
Man, I ate a fat wad of homemade habanero and ginger jam earlier.
I have some of that from Uncle Zeke.
From Uncle Zeke,
From
and
Uncle Zeke, the flavor
it
freak.
was worth everything that it has done to my asshole.
Oh, what'd you put it on?
Wow.
I was putting it on crackers and was eating it with jalapeno and cheese, salami,
That
and
hesitation had
summer
me so
sausage.
worried when you were like you were about to be embarrassed about what you were gonna say, that you were gonna say, I was just eating it with a spoon.
Oh
Well, when
my
he said fat
God.
wad, it did cross my mind that he just got a spoonful.
I mean, I got a spoonful and put it on my plate, and then I used the spoon to scrape it onto my crackers with my summer sausage packed with jalapeno and cheddar.
Oh yeah.
We
And
had
then I was
some
eating
with our
some-
charcuterie board. We had like goat cheese and stuff.
Oh yeah. And then I had some pepperoni and some hard salami on there, and then I also was eating some garlic and jalapeno stuffed giant green olives.
This isn't a porn show. Calm
I
it
can only
down.
get so erect.
My lord. Whew.
All right.
And pretzels.
So what did I need to roll?
Pretzels. Okay.
Constitution
Well,
save.
let me rephrase. So the